Welcome back to the channel, Cali Legends Media. Once again, before I even start, I want to say thank you to all the subscribers, all of you who support the channel, all of you who hit those likes and hype buttons. Thank you very much. You've done a great deal by doing so to show your support. I really appreciate it very, very much. Okay, so this video is in regards to what's been going on with a comment Lucky made on his podcast. Okay, well, it's gotten a little bigger now. Now they're talking about what Loca said about her being nothing but Pinochle 13, meaning she don't mess with black men. I don't see a problem with that. She doesn't like black men. Some men don't like black men don't like Mexican women. You know, it's understandable. You know, some men don't like black women. That's just the way of the world. You can't get butthurt over something like that, okay? Now, what Lucky said, like I said in my previous video, I think it was out of line. It shouldn't have been said, even if it was together, okay? A lot of things are said on social media by the black podcasters, like I said in my last video, okay? But nobody seems to hear nothing about that. And I tagged Viralway and Damian Porter on both these subjects. Now, I don't know what possessed Marvelous from going on to Viralway and giving them the impression that he was speaking for the Sur or for the barrios or whatever. And I think that's the impression Viralway and Damian Porter both took away from that exchange that he had with them on one of Viralway's podcasts. Now, look, a lot of what he said was true. He explained to Damian Porter and to Viralway that they don't want to start something big over this issue, okay? And I agree, because for one thing, it's a black and brown issue. You have a lot of black men on social media that talk down on Mexicans. You know, I even heard Viralway do it. You know, Damian Porter, he understands certain things, but he gets pumped up when it's brought out a certain way. Okay? He's like me. He don't like that N-word. You know, he doesn't say it. I don't blame him. It's a derogatory term. It shouldn't even be used, especially by Mexicans, but not even the blacks. You know, so I could get with him on that. And he agrees, Damian Porter, that this was a comment made by one person, not a group of people. Now, because a group of people don't do what you want, Viralway, and get up and, do something to Lucky about this, that would never happen. For one, you took the wrong approach. If it was that serious, and I would never recommend you doing this, maybe someone like Damian Porter, who's done years and years of time, he knows who to get to. He knows who to talk to about these people. These people in the street, we're just gang members. We're nobody, you know. And pretty much a lot of what we do, we do. You know, there's certain rules that we follow, but, you know, Lucky's following suit. You guys have too many black podcasters also opening the door for this type of comments and these type of activities. That's my opinion. You have yours, and that's okay. This is not a racial thing between two races. This is between certain individuals that feel blown out of the water behind this and one person that made a comment. Well, of course, if you go to hurt this man, it's going to involve more people. Okay? Why? Because if something happens, you probably didn't go through the right channels. You know, if somebody says that shouldn't be happening and something needs to take place, then something will take place. Otherwise, you know, there's nothing going to happen. So save all that. What this knucklehead Marvelous was trying to tell you, and yes, it's true, the things you hear about him, you read about him, He had no business going up there and talking for the Sur or any other gang. He's not a gang member. Okay? He's not wanted by them nor us. He's an outcast. Okay? Now look, before he walked off the and pulled the stuff and give stupid examples, he said the worst thing you can do is start some kind of beef, some type of war, because a lot of young people are gonna get hurt. But Damian Porter, you're about staying out of prison, being free, people, right? Well, how can you incite or be part of Viralway's and Gumby's constant yapping about this deal? You know, when you yourself said, my people are guilty of this too. Yes, they are. And my people are guilty of it too, Damien. But the way Viralway is going about it and Gumby, like they're making it like a an issue for war or like something's going to happen like that, and that's the wrong approach to take. This is social media. People could say what they want. If somebody's really racist, they could come on and do a racial rant. There's people talking racist all through the internet. Okay? Now, whatever Lucky's a part of, whether he is or he isn't, because I don't know for a fact that he is, but if he's a part of that, I don't think that anybody's going to talk to him unless they're told, hey, go talk to old boy, let him know this, that, and the other, because it's causing problems here and there, But you talking to some cat that none of us talk to or have anything to do with, for obvious reasons, and trying to come to a conclusion in your mind and spit that shit out to the public, it's all bad, Even though what he said was true. If you start something, there's going to be lives lost. Gangs are going to get involved. It's going to be bad. We don't want that. You guys don't want that unless you just don't care. But that's what my podcast is always about, trying to bring down the gang activity and to save these youngsters from throwing their lives away. So, like, I don't know how offended you are or you could try calling out, dude. I haven't heard nobody try calling out the dude. Maybe he'll accept. Maybe he won't. That's up to him. It's his choice. But nevertheless, the only reason I'm making this video is because you allowed somebody onto your panel that doesn't speak for anybody, okay, but himself, And I'm not saying that he doesn't have the right to. He has the right to his own thoughts, his own beliefs, like some of them he shared with you that you don't agree with. Some of them that he talks about I don't agree with, most of them. And it is what it is. He believes what he believes. You believe what you believe. I believe what I believe. And what I believe is that you guys got to just calm down and leave this alone unless you really want to pursue it further. And the only way you're going to be able to do that, Damian Porter knows. Talk to Damian Porter. Damian Porter, I'm sure, can get to some OGs. And if you guys really want to involve these OGs in the buffoonery that goes on social media, they got better things to do with their time and their life and whatever they got going than to waste their time and their energy and their anything on the buffoonery that goes on social media, But and what Marvelous said was true. If you guys start a gang war, it's going to be bad. It's going to be bad for both sides because lives are going to be lost on both sides. Me, I don't care because I'm already lived my life. But there's a lot of young people that are going to get involved, that are going to get hurt, may get killed on both sides. And none of us want that. I don't know about Viralway, but I know Damian Porter has a better head on his shoulders. And when he's not, you get that man riled up, you better not be in arm's length like he says, because I'm sure, you're going to get an issue, But when you catch him in a calm state of mind, the man's smart. He knows what he's saying. We have a problem with racism on social media, not only with my people, with your guys' people too. You guys don't like it, and neither do we. You see how you feel, Viralway? That's how we feel. But we hold our mud, We do what we do. When you guys know how things work. If you don't, I'm not going to explain it here on social media. But you guys got, it's Viralway, especially you, man. You could talk about whatever you want in your podcast. Nobody can tell you what to talk about. All it is being advice to you to tone it down and don't take it there. Why? Because it's not worth it, number one. Why? Because that would mean you guys do it too. You take care of your people first before we take care of ours. When we see your people getting taken care of, and I mentioned a few on my previous video, especially the old man Bam Bam, who's always asking for beer. That fool comes out with more racist shit. Half of what he yammers on about is racist, So, and I could go on. I could name a bunch of names, but it's ridiculous, They say what they say because they feel that's how they feel. Maybe homie said what he said because that's how he feels. He has a right to feel the way he feels, whether you like it or not. If you guys were in the same space, you have a problem with it and you could deal with it. But all this barking on the internet and everything, you guys got to chill with all that. You don't have to. You could keep on making yourselves look desperate and, getting all excited over something that we've been dealing with you guys for the longest, But anyways, I just wanted to make clear, we know Damian Porter, we know you guys ain't scared. You guys ain't scared of shit. Neither are we. You ain't afraid of dying for our people. Neither are we. That's not going to get us nowhere. We got to live so we could teach our people. You understand? Not teach them how to throw away their lives over something that somebody says or feels, because otherwise you're going to be unaliving people for the rest of your days. Racism is nothing new. It's the same disease that's been infecting people since the beginning. Since tribes were going against tribes, And I'm not talking about African tribes. I'm talking about Aztec tribes, Who you guys say are blacks, you guys are the Aztecs, whatever. I don't know. I'm not going to get in a belief debate here or anything like that. You guys believe what you believe. Nevertheless, as far as Lucky is concerned, if he wants to apologize, he can apologize. If your boys want to apologize, they can apologize. That would be nice. I'd appreciate that. I'd look highly upon him after today, or after any day, that any of those racist individuals come on and say, I've been presenting myself a little racist. I apologize for that. I'm going to try to do better. But guess what? It's not going to happen. So, you guys are going to do what you're going to do, but use your head. That's what God gave it to you for. It's my video for today, people. Thank you for watching. There's going to probably be a follow-up video, probably from this other knucklehead, not these two guys, but probably from Marvelous. But hopefully he just stays over there in his little corner doing whatever the hell he's doing, than to make me go do another video and it's upset my subscribers. They really don't want to hear about this guy anymore, Anyways, it is what it is. People, stay safe. God bless you. God bless your families. Damian Porter, Viralway, God bless your families. Stay safe and stay free. Stay out from behind them bars, behind them walls, so we can be out here with our loved ones and our families and the people that need us if they call upon us. That being said, hope to see you on the next video.